What's going on, guys? I'm making this video because I had actually two people ask me about all these clippers. They quickly assume that in order for them to get the best results, they have to get as many clippers as they can. I am going to tell you guys why I have these clippers, and I'm going to tell you why you don't need these many clippers. When I first started out, I started out with Masters and T-outliners. Those are the two I started out with. That's it. Throughout my time cutting hair, I found out that I wanted to experiment with different clippers and see which one I like the best, because you can't just use one clipper and say, hey, that's the best, without using all of them. You can't, because in people's opinions, you have the Ultra Fast Feed and they think this is the greatest, and then you have some people that think this is the greatest. That's why I decided to buy them, because I had people telling me that they love this one. I had people telling me they love this one. And I had other people tell me they love this one. So I experimented with different clippers. These aren't all the clippers I've owned. I sold the majority of them, or I returned them, or yeah, I mainly just sold them because I didn't need them. 6 clippers is where you should say, hey, that's enough. And you can mix it up. Now, if you're just starting out and let's just say you're like a few months into the barbering game and trying to learn, I don't recommend off the top going to buy 6 clippers. I had a friend that wanted to start barbering and learn, so I was teaching him from the stuff I knew and what I was taught. So he went out and he bought himself the Senior, and then he bought himself the Master, then he bought himself a T-outline. He bought almost everything I had, and he was only cutting hair for like 3 days. And then 2 weeks later, he gave up. He was like, hey man, I don't want to do this no more. You know, that's why I'm explaining to you guys, you don't need all these clippers to cut hair. You don't. The reason I have so many clippers is because, let's say, for example, on a busy day, which it would be today, Saturday, I'm cutting hair. Everybody that has these know they get hot. Hot. And people that have these know sometimes you just want to switch it up. This right here sometimes pull hair. I don't know if y'all experienced that, but this right here, this blade pulls hair sometimes. And then, you know, sometimes I use this. You just got to switch it up sometimes. These T-outliners are zero gapped. And sharpened. I adjusted these to do designs or do crispy lineups. These are straight out of the box. And these are straight out of the box. Now these come zero gap straight out of the box. These don't. These are just regular. The reason I have these regular is because I have these for kids and sensitive necks. These I use for doing a design. Also, I use these for balding out. I see a lot of people that have that balding clipper. Let me tell you my experience with that. I bought that balding clipper, and in 2 days, I done returned that. Why? Because the same thing with this, it was pulling my customers' hair, and it was irritating them. Sometimes I'd be cutting hair, and boom, it pulls their hair, and that wasn't cool. So this worked the best for me. Everybody that I know that uses this zero gap gives this an A+. I recommend this to zero gap. For balding out. Definitely an A+ for me. And this T-outliners are great. They are. If you think cutting them makes a difference, it doesn't. The only difference it makes is you can see better. You can get around the ear a little bit better. That's all. Because everybody was telling me it breathes better, it cuts better, the performance. No. It cuts the exact same. Because I have 2, and I tested both of them out. They cut the same. The only difference is this has a regular blade, this has a TY blade. That's the only difference between these two. And this is sharpened, this is not. The Wahl Senior was at one of the first clippers that I owned with this one, and then I moved on to the Fast Feeds. The Fast Feeds are really good for curly hair. It works extremely well, blends well. As you can see, the blade comes out extremely far. Compared to the Senior. The Senior just comes out. You barely notice it when it comes out. But yeah, guys, I just made this quick video to let you know you don't need every clipper in the game to be a successful barber. You just need a trimmer and a clipper. That's it. The only reason I have 6 clippers is because when I'm busy, if this gets hot, I can drop it, pick up the Fast Feed. And if this gets, for some reason, it messes up, I can just go to this. And another reason, that's why I have so many clippers, is because one time I want to go cut hair at somebody's house, and I only had the Andis T-outliner and the Senior For some odd reason, my T outliner gave out that day. On a rainy day, Sally's was closed, everything was closed. I couldn't do nothing about it. So I went to Walmart and I picked up a regular cheapo clipper, trimmer to do his edge up. And it did just fine for that. But you know, that's so inconvenient when you're cutting somebody's hair and you gotta say, hey, I gotta go somewhere because my clipper broke. You know, that doesn't look good on your part. You gotta be prepared. So for now on, when I go to cut hair at somebody's house, I take that and I always take 2 trimmers, which are these 2 or these 2, depending on who I'm cutting. And then I take 2, which are these 2 clippers. These 2 or the fast feeds, and these, depending on how I feel that day, honestly. Switch it up. But yeah, guys, if you're just starting out, just get you a decent set of clippers and 1 decent set of trimmers, and you'll be happy. Now, if you have the money to go buy you different trimmers and different clippers, hey, go ahead. I learned my lesson. If you want to learn your lesson, go ahead. Just buy everything you want, and then you'll see in the future that you don't really need those. You really don't. It just depends on how you cut and how many people you cut. Because if you're cutting 2 people a day, 1 person a day, you don't even need 6 clippers. You just need a trimmer and a clipper. That's it. But now if you're doing a high volume of cutting, then we're talking a different story. But yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. I just want to post up this video because I had a few people ask me if they needed to get different trimmers, different clippers to get different results. No, this doesn't make you a better barber. This doesn't make you a better barber. What makes you a better barber is you practicing, learning, and repetition. You put the work in and your results come in by you. These just help out. So by getting this and this, you'll get the same exact results. It's just you. So yeah. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll be happy to answer them.